Right folks, welcome back to another Football Manager video. Here we are looking at some of our transfer business for the year, and this is currently just free transfers, so I just want to go over a couple of things. We've let a few players go, mostly under 18s players, so not too busy there. Probably the biggest one would be Jack Southwood. We did let him go on a free transfer. He has moved to Stoke City, 348 games for the club, 13 goals. He's been here for quite some time. Almost a decade of his career spent here. He did do 20 games for us in the Premier League. He got 1 goal, 1 assist. But yeah, he's definitely not quite up to scratch with the Premier League quality that we need. So yeah, we've shipped him on, and yeah, he has left us for free, but always going to be a fantastic servant to the club. Other than that, we got in Lewis Kambamba on a free transfer, and what a guy! What a guy! He is. He's definitely better than what we've had. He's been all over the show. He started his career back in France with Stade Rennais, went on loan to Auxerre, to Granada, went to Portugal for a bit on loan. He came back. He went on loan. He didn't go back on loan. He played one game for Stade Rennais. He's played in Belgium for a few years. He came back to Portugal. And yeah, and then he's come here on a free transfer. He's definitely not a starter. We do have other players for that, but he is a pretty decent squad player. All right, we're going to start off here with some departures. Lewis Bagda, pretty quick turnaround. He only played 14 games for us as he was our backup left back. He did all right, a 6.4. Not the worst thing in the world, but Burnley came in with a £31 million offer, potentially rising to 38.5, and I couldn't turn that down when we only bought him for 11.5 million. So we're literally just going to be making almost over double. We've made over double already, which is phenomenal, and we could be making even more. So very stoked with that, and yeah, Lewis Wagner has left the club. Not the only big transfer to, I guess, a rival Premier League club, considering their stature in the game. 4.3 million back when we were in the Championship. One of the first signings that we made was Charles Nundwe, our first team goalkeeper. Unfortunately, pretty average goalkeeper, and we sold him 17.75, potentially 23 million up front, and I'm pretty pleased with letting him go. I always did complain about him. He wasn't like horrific, but yeah, he definitely wasn't what I was expecting. I thought his stats definitely do deceive. Just got to unpause it here, and we won't go through all of these players, but we've got a lot of players out on loan. We've got a lot of players out. Tom Barlow, he's left. All of these. Shane Hamilton, probably the biggest club legend that we do have. He's left to Birmingham City. After 400-something games, he's literally a one-man club. Or was a one-man player. He's literally been with the club everywhere. Championship, League One, Championship. And he finally got to play it in the Premier League 19 times, in fact. So he can write that down on a CV. But he plays for Birmingham City now. And definitely a Blackpool legend. We only sold him for 525k. Could be 650. But yeah, just got him off the books. Here we go. This is where it all gets quite a lot. We got rid of Billy Rusco Cartwright. He's gone to Alarm for 1.2 mil. We got rid of Shadap, the German centre back. He's off to Hercules. We got rid of Akbar Mash. He's off to Strasbourg for 7.25 mil. Not too bad. Omar Altadil. He's playing at some rando place in Russia. I don't even think he actually started for us. He made 2 appearances before we loaned him out to Legia Warsaw, and then he left for 10 mil, which is not bad because we got him on a free transfer, so definitely take that. Paulo Pino has left us. He's gone to Cagliari. Signed him last season for 10 mil, and they signed him for 10.5, which could be 13.25 if the add-ons add up. which is good money for us. Could be a bit of a bonus. Alfred Moes also left us, another club legend. The South African centre-back has gone to Spain with Real Valladolid. And for 20 mil, can't say that was bad when you signed for 1.7 million many years ago. But yeah, that, and then apart from a few loans, a couple of other players, a lot of loans, then yeah, we did sign one other player, Jack Patterson. He counts as last season for some reason, but still an American midfielder, very good, decent backup player for us. So stoked to have him here. Granted, he is like a championship player, but he's still reasonably good, and he's one of those players that can sit on the bench and do a job for us. So yeah, start down at the bottom here with Stephen Scott. He has come in on loan from Manchester City, so pretty pleased with the loan deal there. He's can play as a left back or a centre back. Mainly brought in as a rival, not a rival, but a player to push Lawrence a bit more, where Lawrence actually has to play well to get into the team, sort of thing. He knows he can miss out quite a bit if he doesn't perform. Obviously, you saw Lewis Kambamba. He was a free transfer. Ryan Dyer from Sheffield Wednesday only signed him on a free or compensation we had to pay, which is only 2.8 from Sheffield Wednesday for a player that scored 61 goals for Sheffield Wednesday in the Championship. He's come to us. He's played 4 times. He's got 2 goals and 1 assist already. He's definitely worth more than the 2.8. 34.5 mil. He is absolutely phenomenal, and I cannot wait to see where he goes. He's a Premier League player. The fans really like him, apparently. See that? He's got great pace. He's absolutely... He's a beast. I'm very, very stoked to have him here, and for such a cheap price as well. We also got Chu Hyong Ruel from Internacional in Brazil, and he's gone back on loan. He's going to be playing for Internacional for a little while longer. He's only 18, but yeah, he won't be back until next season. Well, the end. The end of. He's basically coming back 2029. He's still away for pretty much 2 years, but he'll be here when he's 20. Basically, he'll be here when he's 20, and he's got really good potential. So I'm looking forward to seeing if he can be a defensive midfielder for the future with us. Otherwise, if not, we could probably sell him on for a bit more than we made him, and we should be able to get some decent revenue for the South Korea. They have a decent enough. I can't even remember what I was going to say. They've got a decent enough national team, and hopefully they can win the 25th, which is pretty good. They don't have Son anymore, which is unfortunate, but hopefully this guy can make us a bit of money if we go for a tour around South Korea. You never know. Morton Peterson is a Danish wonder kid centre-back that we've signed, which is absolutely phenomenal. He's 6 foot, he's a beast with already 18 tackling and 18 bravery. His stamina is phenomenal as well. Only 7 mil, didn't have to pay any add-ons. That was his release clause from FC Midtjylland. So I'm pretty happy with that. He's worth a bit more than the 7 that we paid for him. He's on quite a bit of money, 86 grand a week. Minimum release fee of 143, which expires in a couple of 3 years, and 72 mil if we go down. But surely with him in the defence, we shouldn't. New striker, Antonio Jesus Cano. He is Spanish. He signed him from a German team, Stuttgart, in fact. Granted, he hasn't really done a huge amount. He was on the transfer list at Stuttgart. He scored 10 goals for them in just over 20-something games. Last season was on loan for half the year with St. Etienne. Only scored 2 goals in the league. Not great. He hasn't really done it since he left Cadiz. So bit of an odd one, but I'm sure he can probably do a job on the bench for us, come on when needed. He's got good dribbling and first touch. His finishing isn't too bad, so we'll see what happens with Antonio. Jacobo, another wonder kid that we've signed from Spain as well. We signed this fella from Almeria. They were relegated from La Liga last season, so we activated his release clause of 15 million. We weren't the only club interested in him, so we're glad that he picked us. So far, he has been absolutely a beast. I'm very, very excited to see how he goes for the rest of the season. He's already scored for us once, and it was a great goal. So, yeah, look at that acceleration. His physicals are amazing. Look forward to seeing how he goes. Another striker, another wonder kid. This time he's a Colombian, Marlon Salado Vergara. Vergara, yeah. Comes in from 15 mil. Again, another player with a minimum fee release clause for foreign clubs. He played a little bit in the MLS. Goal scoring record's phenomenal there. So very happy to see what he does. 12 finishing isn't the greatest, but then again, he is only 20 years old. He's already got a cap, 2 caps for the national team. He's already scored a goal. Again, really good physicals as well. He likes to lob the keeper apparently, but yeah, he should be a really good signing. So we'll see. And even if we don't, 15 mil, he's worth a lot more than that now. We can get our money back at least. New goalkeeper and another guy. He's no longer described as a wonder kid. That's annoying. He was a wonder kid when I did sign him. Maybe he had a birthday and he's no longer. Oh, he's 21. I don't know. But yeah, Dean Cumming from Australia. We actually signed him from Turkish club Konyaspor for 30 mil, potentially be 36 mil, which is actually a really good price for the goalkeeper. He is a beast. He is only 5'11", so he's not the tallest, and his jumping reach is only 9, which isn't great. But he's still been very, very good for us in the short amount of time that we've had the fella. He has played a couple of games. He is our new keeper. He's also our captain, and he has been very good so far. So I'm stoked with that. Another player for 30 mil. This is Florian Veigal, Portuguese defensive midfielder, comes in from Portugal. Spent his entire career in Portugal. He's played mainly for. Wow, he signed with Benfica. He's been loaned out. He did play a season in Belgium. He's mainly been playing for the Benfica B team until he moved to this Morency. I don't know how to say that, I'm afraid. He did a good job there, and we brought him in for 30 mil. So pretty stoked there. We are paying him quite a bit of money, 165 grand. But he is a really decent defensive midfielder, and he's played well so far. Edith Busquets is our new right back. He can also play left back as well, which is great. Comes in for 40 mil. AS Monaco signed him last season for 42. And yeah, he did nothing. He played 4 games for them, which is what he's played for us, and he's done well so far. He was at fault for a couple of goals, so yeah, that was not great. His jumping reach is something very, very poor, especially at 5'3". But obviously he's come through the La Mesa Academy. He's played 5 times for Barcelona, 70 times for their B team. So he's still going to be a decent enough player for us. Looking forward to his development. And the bigger one, another wonder kid, or at least was another wonder kid, was Jefferson Antonio. Comes in from Brazil, 5'9", striker / winger / attacking mid, so very versatile player. Only 55 million, which is pretty good, and most of that we will be paying in installments anyway, so happy with that. Great flair, great first touch. His finishing isn't too bad either. So yeah, very, very happy with that, and that is it. That is the team. We spent a decent chunk of change, 215 million. We got 52 of that back, so we've spent quite a bit, but we still have a decent amount in the transfer budget. I tried to get a lot of it to be paid with installments, so there's that. Actually, I may need to show you some of the. We did send out quite okay. This is loans. Some of the better players that we've sent out on loan. Kenji Ito couldn't get a work permit for him, unfortunately, so he is on loan with Swiss team Lausanne Sport. So hopefully he can get a loan or a work permit via his loan. He's already played five times for them, and he scored 3, so not too bad for the Japanese striker there. Was there any other big loans? No, not really. Oh, Ivo Martins, he's on to... I did transfer list him, but especially after we bought in the Colombian striker, Vergara. Didn't work, unfortunately. No one wanted to buy him. It came to deadline day. Nancy offered us a loan. I accepted it. It doesn't have any other things in it. It was literally just 80% of his wages, which I was like, okay, fair enough. You can have him. And yeah, now he's on loan with Nantes. So hopefully he does well. Maybe he can come back. He was only a free transfer anyway. And we do have quite a lot of strikers. So yeah. That does it for the transfers. I'll show you what we're expected to do. Again, fight bravely against relegation. EFL Cup reached the third round. We're at the third round, and obviously reached the fourth round of the Emirates FA Cup, which is so far we should be good. We had a decent amount of friendlies, couple of 9-0 wins. We only drew against Monaco. Everything else was a win. Kicked off the season fantastically with a 2-3 victory over West Ham United, which was great. Ryan Dyer saving us a draw in the 89th minute, which was good. Both had penalties. First goal for both clubs was a penalty. Unfortunately lost to Chelsea as expected. Ryan Dyer again getting on the score sheet, which was nice. 2-1 victory over Wolves. Unfortunately, a penalty in the 93rd minute, given away from Prince Jackson, actually, which kind of dropped down his man of the match rating, because he did score, but he gave away a penalty in the 93rd minute, and we failed to keep a clean sheet. The whole season so far, we have not kept a clean sheet. We followed that up with another 3-1 victory. Well, no, I shouldn't say another. A 3-1 victory over Newcastle. We played pretty much the second team as well. As you can see there, it wasn't exactly the first team. Connor Major kicked it off, the 5th minute goal. Hassan on the 16th, and then Jefferson Antonio on the 84th, which is fantastic. Again, another 90th minute goal. Spear doesn't give us a clean sheet, which is a bit annoying. And this game was a bit annoying as well. A 2-1 loss to Sheffield United a few days ago. Very poor performance from the team. It was Edith Busquets whose header... he missed the header, so Isaac Opoku could score in the 80th minute. Jake Gibson did get on the score sheet in the 68th. But yeah, at least every game we have scored, which is promising. 2 losses, 2 wins, and a win in the Cup. It's not been a bad start to the season at all. If we have a look at our season expectations, we are expected to be relegated in last place. We don't want any of that second season syndrome. We have dropped a lot of players that played last season, and we have played a fairly decent amount of new players that are definitely better than what we had. We're 1,000 to 1 odds to win the Premier League. I don't think we're going to win it. They think obviously Manchester United, Manchester City are probably the 2 teams. But yeah, I'm expecting us to do some decent job. So far, so good. 2 goals, 4 games in, 2 wins, 2 defeats. Even goal difference there, which is nice. But yeah, obviously next time out we will be playing against Leeds or Leicester and then Leeds, I should say. But yeah, that is going to end this episode. Thanks time for watching, folks. We'll catch you in the next one. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the transfer business so far. See you in the next one. Peace.